And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Battle for third, Vicious from Metro Manila and Dumaguete Extreme. Presenting to you now from Metro Manila and from Cavite. This is Pingoy Bautista with my co-host Cedric Palomares.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us. This is the grudge match between Vicious and Extreme. Yesterday, if you remember from our telecast, Extreme won against Vicious. But now they're both battling for the podium finish, battling for third as they have both lost their semifinals match. Extreme, just a few minutes ago, lost to Mulato, and Vicious lost to Sunken Pleasure, their Luzon rivals. You're live right now, and Extreme is, I think, starting on offense. Yeah, go ahead.
Again, if you notice, me and Ced chewing in between points. We're just having our first taste of food for this broadcast. So we are literally eating through these games. There is no break, 1 hour break for commentators, ladies and gentlemen, as we start the game. Extreme starting off on offense.
And Vicious with a flat backhand defense. An overthrow. Turnover. First turnover of the game. This is IJ Kimio to pick up the disc. One of your students, Ping.
And I'm happy that they're finally the first appearance of IJ that I've seen since yesterday's matchup. IJ swings the disc over to Tope. Unfortunately, Vicious with that quick turnover, which results again with Extreme gutting it long for another turnover, which puts Vicious back on the opportunity to get a first break point for the game.
Again, these teams haven't had rest since their last game. I think it's good that the PFDA extended the rest, the break between games, adding 15 more minutes for them to rest. But again, it's been 5 grueling games over the last 2 days. IJ
Even with that,
yes.
even with that 15-minute break in between, you have to remember that these teams are, both physically and mentally drained from their last game. So, if those people, if you've watched Whiff Diff tournaments, you do know that games are pegged for 90 minutes long, but the game will finish when they reach the point cap. There is no time cap in Whiff Diff game. So the format that we're seeing right now, where they just played 90 minutes in this first game and they're continuing with a 90 minutes, is very similar to what you would experience or what you would see in a Whiff Diff sanctioned or Whiff Diff formatted event. So this is going to be a true test of grit as well as determination and mental toughness, as there is a violation call on the field.
And again, this is a high stakes match. This is a battle for third, battle for bronze, battle for second runner-up. Nice defense by Extreme, forcing that turnover with that by going horizontal. They get an upline with number 30, but there's a call downfield. Nope, way earlier. This goes back to the thrower. Extreme back on offense. Ryan on the break side
First
gets it
point
to
for
number
them, match
17,
two,
first point of the
1-0.
game.
Score is 1-0 in favor of Team
Goes to
Extreme.
Extreme. I think we were talking about how these games have been grueling for these teams over the last 2 days. But I guess, what about you? How has it been as a commentator over the last 2 days? I know this is pretty new in the Philippine Ultimate scene for the both of us, but how has it been?
Well, it has been grueling. Just each game that we've been covering so far today has been keeping me on the edge of my seat. As in, it's been a roller coaster ride of leads that have blown up or
It's
like
4 and 5. 3
runs
minutes to
runs and
mark up.
conditioning. So I'm very excited about the development of this game moving forward. These are definitely two teams that really want it.
So again, if you're just tuning in, this is the battle for third in the PFDA Mixed Nationals between Vicious and Extreme. Thank you to Upstream Sports TV for producing this. Chubby Mondragon with the ball.
We see on offense Derek Ramsey making his first appearance on the stream. Unfortunately, he was not able to join them yesterday because of some food poisoning.
And he gets the under. Name the devil. Speak of the devil. This is Kenjun. Swinging it on the far side. Back to Derek.
Team Extreme.
Defended by Team
Turnover.
Extreme. There's a D.
Derek with the block.
Nice one, Derek. Kenjun picks up the disc. Looks at the first stack. Looking at Derek. Waves him off.
Just like that, score. One
And
all
finds.
between Extreme and Vicious. This
I think
game
that's
is
Zach.
fight for
Zach Lapat, number 28.
Yeah. So again, Vicious spending less time to get that score, whereas the earlier possession of Extreme, it took them almost more than 5 minutes to be able to get that point. So again, we see a good defensive strategy from Vicious. Let's see if they can continue working on their defense and tiring out that offense.
Both of these two teams have had a very colorful weekend coming into this game. Extreme, unfortunately, despite their two finals appearance and their wealth of experience, lost to Mulato on the semi-finals. And Vicious lost to their Luzon rivals. That is sunken pleasure on the other game. And now we have this rematch.
Field 4, hard cap is on. Field 4, hard
Deep
cap
shot
is
by
on.
Extreme.
Last point.
It does not connect. Vicious coming out with their own deep shot. Mid-range huck, it's good. Number 18, but there is a call. I think he stepped on his defender.
And that's one of the things that you do not want to have somebody step on your foot with wearing cleats.
Check your time. It's 1:40 in the afternoon.
JP De Vera,
JP with the disc.
backhand break to Joe Seville, number 61. Back to JP, centers the disc. Another break shot, too high for
Too
Luis
high and too
Ramirez, I believe.
strong.
Yep.
Yeah. What an amazing block by number 18. And the person marking him congratulates and recognizes a great
Guys,
block.
kung wala kayong ginagawa, tayong battle for third on field 2.
So I think we just need to correct the score on the screen. It's 1-1 currently. JP De Vera with that long finds Luis Ramirez on the break mark. Looking for options. High count. Resets. And then back to Luis. He gets it.
And that's the first break point of the game for Vicious. They take the lead 2-1. This is actually a better defensive lineup that I'm seeing Vicious put on of Extreme. Again, we cannot really determine. Yesterday, both teams were fresh, off well-rested games. Here, it's a different. We're seeing a difference in the defense of Vicious and the offense of Extreme. You know, could this be a result of the previous game? We do not know. We're just hoping that these teams continue providing us with a great coverage as we see a replay of that score by Lucho Ramirez. I am noticing several players on the defensive line of Vicious being utilized in this game so far as compared to yesterday's matchup. I think they're using their 27-person roster. They're widening their scope for defensive players. And that could be a good factor as to why they're doing so well on defense right now. Again, they're missing some of their key players like Jacob De Leon and Miguel Lichu, two defensive players down their lines. But I think their D-line right now is doing very well.
This is Jello Suarez with the pull. Oh, if I heard that correctly, it is Ryu Famuritan's birthday today. Happy birthday, Ryu.
Yep, it is his birthday today. Happy birthday, Ryu.
This is Ongis now with the disc, number 74. One of the top producers for Extreme. And a playful banter with his mark, Warren Gobernay. Number 14, I believe that's Dale. Or I'm not sure.
There is a call on the field. I'm not exactly what is happening. I
Thank
do
you,
believe it's a
cameraman.
pick.
Yep.
I do believe it is a pick. IJ had called a pick on his mark. Still trying to determine what the call is or what is stoppage of the play is happening right now.
All right. IG is just contesting it. This call is taking quite some time, but yep, normally after a minute, if it's not resolved or both parties cannot come to an agreement, teams are recommended to just get the disc back to the last uncontested play, which is usually the thrower. Number 74, Ongis shoots it deep. 52, Angeli gets it. Resets back to the middle. And they floated the break side. Ongis has to bid for it, but it's good. They dump, floating it to the break side, but number 13, IG Kimyo, I think had a hand on it, tapped it out.
Uh, that is that like if we could see a replay of that slow motion, if that was in or not, because it's very questionable. Like I don't know whether his foot was in, or I don't know if his foot was out. Although Joe is calling it in.
But the players and the field are calling it out. I think this is
No,
Aquino.
no. The player teammate of Vicious right now is calling it a point. Again, if we can
Yep,
get a
that's Joe
replay
Signal.
of that shot, yeah.
All right. Oh! Apparently something's happening.
And the bleachers have
Anyway,
called it. The
the
peanut
bleachers have
gallery
called
has spoken.
They have decided for us. Number 24, back with the disc. Resets to Neil Edwin Ongis. Number 55 comes down with it. Taking their time in front of the end zone. Throwing it amongst themselves. Shoots it all the way to the other side. Angeli, it's too far for her.
Vicious now with the opportunity to extend their lead to 2. IJ slowly walking down to pick up that disc, making sure that his player is set up and have enough time to rest and reset before they make this offensive push.
If you could get a wider shot on this so that we see what is happening downfield. And a quick turnover. The disc was too low for the receiver. Extreme, another chance at this. They finally get it. Holds. Score is now 2-2.
Again, the frisbee gods have spoken. Discs don't lie. Extreme with the opportunity, with the tying score on that possession. Again, a long possession on offense for Extreme as compared to the offensive strategy of Vicious. Let's try to figure out whether or not, the Extreme defense can make it more challenging for Vicious in this next point.
Just check out that replay
Vic-
again.
I think Red City D on our end.
Chubby Mondragon with the pull, and Kenyon Villanueva to receive it to Zach Lapat downfield. Looking at Derek, waves him off. Looking at one of our girl receivers, number 17, who finds Junie on the under. Shooting deep. It floats. It's good. Kenyon Villanueva in front of the end zone. Finds number 17. Quick point from Vicious.
Again, Vicious, Extreme unable to stop this Vicious offense. And again, the big difference between yesterday's matchup and today's matchup is the presence of Derek Ramsey on that offensive line. Again, they're more they're more controlled, they're more organized with their movement, and we're seeing the depth of our Bishop offensive players in that strategy. Where yesterday we had Kenjun playing mostly handler, now we're seeing him making deep shots and taking care of that offense right at the doorstep of their end zones. So it's a great opportunity for Vicious to extend their lead to 2. Let's see what their defense has in store for Extreme.
But so far, Vicious has been doing a good job with their defense. Most of the points of Extreme starting on offense has been very long points. Out of the 3 points where Extreme has started on offense, they were able to convert one of them as breaks. And for the other 2, they were just grueling for Extreme before they got the point. So Vicious doing a good job so far slowing down this Extreme offense, which yesterday they had a harder time with.
It also wasn't rain. It also not raining today as compared to yesterday. Said
That is true.
Extreme works at this cup, bring it down. This is swung back to the side. Extreme working on the in cuts with a little give and go with their female handlers. Again, it's being very slippery. It's a very slippery slope. And Extreme turns over the disc. Vicious again with a chance to get another breakpoint.
Oh, but
Oh,
Vicious
with a
turns it
careless
over
drop.
off that swing. Careless drop. Let's see if Extreme is able to capitalize on this. They need to stop the bleeding and get the point here. Otherwise, Vicious might increase the lead. It's overthrown, but 30 still comes down with it. Score is tied at 3-3. That's a call.
Showing good spirit, that's the score.
But it does not affect the play. And the score is honored. Score is now 3-all.
We see our players trying to determine whether it's going to be 3-4 or 4-3 on this possession.
This is a game to 13, 70 minutes long. And this is Megan Fernan to start the offense of Vicious. Zach Lapat, guarded by Chubby Mondragon. Stall count is rising. Underthrown to the girl receiver. Chubby starts the offense. No receiver yet, but also no mark on him. Swings it for the reset. He has to just back again. Floats it with a high 4. Angeli comes down with it. It's good.
Team Extreme, that's 4-3.
Number 52.
4-3 for pitch 2.
Look at that grab. What a crazy catch that was.
Marshall is pitch 2. Marshall.
Okay, so that was a break point.
Yeah,
That was a break point for
their
Extreme, yeah?
Yeah, that was their first break point for the game. They have now taken the lead 4-3. And I think are they back on serve?
I think they're back on serve. Vicious had a break point on point number 3, and then with this, they go back on serve. Eric looking deep, shoots it long. Junie, too far. It does not connect. Chance for Extreme to get another break. Moving it well downfield. Chubby Mondragon gets the under. Swings it to number 4. Open under from number 2. Swings it to Chubby Mondragon looking deep with a backhand kick. Kenjun is there. Denies it. This is now with Derek to Zach Lapat on the sideline. On the open side, Junie gets the under. Looking for a swing. Looking for an option. Zach Lapat with an upline. Kenjun with an under. Just meters away from the end zone. Floats it to Junie De La Cruz.
I'm very curious as to why. Sorry, Seth, but I'm very curious as to why there is no front cone in that end zone.
Yeah, I was curious. Is
It's
it in?
like, are we still far from the end zone? But I guess they are. I guess they did score that. I
But
guess
yep,
they were.
Extreme showing some cracks on their defense with Vicious getting a lot of open side cuts, a lot of uplines, a lot of cut-ins from the open side. All right, so I just got an update from our dear friend Felix Ange. 2 things on the finals match. Finals will start at 2:50 p.m. and there was an agreement with the captains just now that finals will be played with the WIFTIF hard cap rules, which means that at hard cap they will finish the point and then add 1 to the highest score, and that becomes the new point cap. There is no time limit.
That also means that the team to first win or to reach that point cap is the winner. So a team
Yep.
can be down 10 points and there could be more time left, but they can still have that opportunity to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
To
Very
get back
interesting
to
call
our third place game.
from both teams, but it's good that they're exploring the WIFTIF rules. Niels Edwin Ong is in front of the end zone, floats it to number 30. Oh no, I think that was someone else. But yes, Extreme with a point.
Pitch to the powerful through. Live return for pitch 2 and we are live via YouTube. Just type in 2022 PFDA.
So yeah, just going back to that captain's agreement. So assuming that one of the teams is at 13 and then the other team is at, let's say, 10. If hard cap is called, they finish the point, and then let's say the team with the 13 points get it, they'll be at 14, and then the hard cap will be at 15. Now both teams will have to keep playing until one of them gets to 15. So yes, there is a world where the team with 10 points has a chance to catch up, but that is 6 points that they need to play in order to win the game.
Yeah. There's also that world that there is no +1. It's just the first team to reach the point cap of usually 15 points. So again,
Mhm.
it's just case-to-case basis. I'm trying to remember and understand if that is the rule function that you add 1 to the current point, and that's the point cap. I'm not really sure
Oh wait, wait. Sorry,
with that
sorry, Ping.
mechanics.
I misunderstood this. So it says at hard cap, they finish the point, and then they add 1 to the highest score, and then that becomes the new point cap, if not 15.
Okay. Okay. So there's a chance
Okay.
for it to be 16.
Becomes the new point cap.
Because, like, for
No,
example, if a team, yeah, also, so it'll the point cap will be 15.
15 or less.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, experiencing some downtime. We're noticing a lot of people watching this third place matchup right now, not just online but also on the fields. Um, we apologize for these technical difficulties again.
Okay, we're back. It seems like Extreme is coming with a disc, so that means Vish has turned it over. Chubby Monagron with a wide swing.
That's a turnover.
It does not connect. Chubby has to lay out for it, but turns it over. Kenjun is gonna pick up the disc.
See Vicious with this.
Finds Cesc Trinidad back to Kenjun. Villanueva. Zach Lapat
And that's
in front of the end zone.
5-1. Score
Directing
is
traffic.
5-1 for pitch.
Stall count rising. Finds number 81 for the reset, and that is a point. Vicious holds. Score's now 5-5.
That's a score. 5-1. Score is 5-1 for pitch 2.
Check out that replay. Gender ratio has been called. There's 4 girls on the field. Let's see if this has any effect on the Extreme offense. It shouldn't, because they have very dominant girl players.
So for those people that are watching the live broadcast on YouTube and you're having difficulty seeing the score is now 5-all.
Yep.
Field 1. No more time.
Okay, we're back. Extreme seems to have turned it over from that brick side under. JP De Vera starts this offense. Number 18 flicks it long. Rejected by Extreme. Number 74. But yeah, Ping, so far it's been a crazy game. between Extreme and Vicious, it's been very tight so far. We've only seen 2 breaks, one for each team, so it's been highly contested so far in terms of like which team will win. And it makes sense because this is a battle for third. This is for podium finish. Of course, you'd want to get the gold, but if you can't get that, you still want to get a consolation for this competition.
Exactly. Again, it is a battle for third. It's not the finals, but again, it's still bragging rights. You do not want to let your guard down and finish strong, as they say in competitions.
Sorry about those technical difficulties, but it seems like Vicious has forced a break point. Score is now 6-5 in favor of Vicious.
Field 2, 10. Sisota, last 20.
Each turn is Nice. Try for defense. Play by Sid Vicious.
Wala! Ay, toto ka na? Sulugin niya eh.
Ruby. The turnover. Chance for
Huwag ka pa naman natak kumain eh. Kapag mo.
6-5. Favor of Sid
Katungan na si GM.
Time out.
Saan niyo?
Vicious.
Let's go, this is that! Che. Ano, Jai? Tawag ka, Jai. Kira? Si Kira mo na sa. Kira mo na.
Check your time. It's 2:12 in the evening. That time check is brought to you by Professor Amit Practical Pa. Nice try from Team Extreme, and that's the score. Our score now is... Marshall, ito lang pala? 7-5. Katulungan ang group. Pitch 2 is... Pitch 2 Marshall. Natabunan sa DLU. Six play. Score for favor of Sid Vicious, 7-5.
Field 2, 5 minutes, salt up. Last 15 minutes.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for that delay, but as we can see, the score is now 7-5 in favor of Vicious, who took the half and now is starting on offense in the second half. As we see Kenjun Villanueva bring down that point, that goal. Score is now 8-5 in favor of Vicious.
Yeah, so over the period that we had technical difficulties, Vicious came down with 2 break points, extending the lead. That's why they got the half. Curious to see what adjustments Extreme need to make to get back in the game. We still see the offense that they showed yesterday, but it's showing just a bit less consistency. We see some drops. We see some passes that just aren't connecting.
We're also seeing a better offensive line from Vicious. Like they're making more successful cuts and they're utilizing more players on that offense. There's also the depth of the defensive line is also being used in this game. Extreme starts on offense as our camera finally finds the disc. Moving this is forward.
Good upline
Extreme
shot. Yeah.
No.
That is Extreme with a clean point. Just a bunch of upline cuts and open side cuts. Cutting the lead down to 2. Score is now 8-6.
You can check our live streaming via YouTube app. Just type 2022 PFDA Mixed Nationals. Brought to you by Upstream Sports TV. Don't forget to subscribe.
Let's see. I wonder what the defensive line of Extreme is planning to be able to do to be able to stop this Vicious offense from scoring. I noticed several players remained on the field and did not sub out. So I'm very curious to see what they plan on doing to be able to stop Vicious from scoring at this point.
Yep, we're starting to see the tightening of the rotations we were alluding to yesterday. This is the last game of the day. This is where you just bring out everything you got, and if you have to tighten your rotation to get the W, that's what you need to do. The question is, will it work? Here's a deep shot from Kenjun to Junie. He gets it. He's still not in. Looking at 3 girl receivers. He calls a timeout. Good call there. It seems like Vicious aren't able to set up quickly, and instead of letting the stall count rise, Junie calls a timeout for them to be able to set up right in front of the end zone. A good position for Vicious to be in.
Check it out. It's 2:20 in the afternoon. The time check is brought to you by Upstream Sports TV.
Yeah, speaking about what you mentioned earlier, Ping, this offensive line of Vicious is looking much better than their matchup yesterday. They're getting a lot of unders, but at the same time, their deep shots look so crisp, just like that one.
3 p.m. 40 minutes to game time.
It's a lot neater now compared to yesterday's matchup. Definitely,
Yep.
said.
Yep.
And again, if if Vicious wants to win this, all he got to do is continue scoring on offense and keep that 2 point cushion, which could probably become 3 points, a 3 point cushion if they score this next point.
Yeah, everything seems to be working their way for this point to become 9-6. Junie is going to start the offense in front of the end zone with 2 girls and 1 boy in a vert stack. Let's see what kind of play they drew up. Poor man's break. Does Zach lap it? Lap it? Reset to Kenjun. Zach with the disc again. Looking at Junie. Comes down with it. 9-6.
Field 2, 8 minutes to hard cap. Again, field 2, 8 minutes to hard cap.
Vicious extending their lead now by 3. So coming to this match, it seemed to have been a team that wants revenge, which is Vicious against Extreme since they lost to them yesterday, or Extreme who wants salvation from losing that semifinals match, which they were favored to win. And it seems like as of this moment, Vicious is coming out on top. Zar the Bangin setting up the pull.
All right. Again, let's see. Again, if Extreme wants to finish strong and try to end this, try to catch up and win this game, they have to do something now with less than 8 minutes left in this game. They need to get on the board. They need to score this next point.
Hammer throw. It's good. It's in front of the end zone. Resets. Floats it all the way to the other side. Number 24 with a point. That's exactly what they need at this juncture. They need a good, clean point, a fast one at that, and then get their D-line players back out on the field. Defense is what Extreme needs at this point. They need to generate turnovers. They need a break point to come back into this game. But let's look at that throw again. What a beautiful throw that was. Not an easy one with that IO forehand swing. Not the easiest throw, but they make it look so clean.
Field 2, 5
Initially, I
minutes to
thought
hard
that pass
cap.
was
No more
intended for
cap.
the female
Field
Extreme
2, 5
player,
minutes to hard
but after our cameraman just blows up, I saw that she was not the intended target. Number 24 was. So, it's knowing the positioning of your handlers, having that width, having the full knowledge or visualization of that entire end zone or field, for that matter, is very, very important for a handler. And let's see if Extreme can continue with a break point as they pull to Vicious. Score is now 9-7. Vicious patiently working the disc down. And again, not like yesterday, not forcing deep throws or deep shots. Looking for the shorter swings and give and goes. line on those fields to not be so close to the line. I mean, we can be more. If there's no game on field one, that'd be great. As Derek just throws a hammer.
Is it good?
Which I think it is successful based on the reactions of Vicious. Score is now 10-7 in favor of Vicious.
And exactly what you were talking about, Ping. Right before the camera was cut, Ken Jun was already in front of the end zone, but they showed a lot more patience today. And this point in particular, we saw when the video came back, it was reset somewhere in the middle with Derek finding a lot more space with that hammer.
We also show a lot of more patience on offense when you've got a 3-point lead. Wow, our tournament director Anju O'Malley heard our cry for help. Said maybe you can ask for some beverages to be sent to us.
Yep. Maybe they can send us some food via Grab. And it's a deep shot from Extreme. Number 24 versus Dango. Dango shoots it down.
Livestream na players and spectators na pakitigil mo yung livestream kasi nakukuha yung bandwidth, yung signal nung natin upstream official partner.
What a play there, but by Dango. But yes, as you're hearing right now, yes, unfortunately, internet connection in the site is very difficult, and it's eating into the bandwidth of our official media partner, and it's getting shot down. The live stream is getting shot down, just like that defense by Dango.
Dan with a chance to bookend this, catches it right in front of the end zone. Opts to dump it to JP, who throws it back to Dan for the score.
Bookends for Dango.
Again guys, dun sa mga nag-live stream,
Lead is now extended to 4. Vicious, 2 points away from getting third.
I also want to commend our number 24 of Extreme, who was on the receiving end on Dan on both those possessions. After getting blocked and getting scored on by Dan, he extends his hand to shake and congratulate Dan for the successful point. So again, great spirit by that Extreme player.
Yep.
11-7. Sid Vicious. H2.
Finals between Sunken Pleasure from Manila against Mulato from Davao will begin in 30 minutes.
Like to say thanks to one of our friends from Singapore, Mr. Dave Travell, who is watching our live stream. Coach Dave and Sarah, his wife, have been based in Singapore for the last year. They recently came back from Japan. They flew there they moved away from Japan in the middle of the pandemic, and now he's based in Singapore. So, mad respect to Coach Dave for watching the stream. Thanks for the support.
And thanks to everyone who's been cooperating with just turning off their mobile data. It seems like our signal is looking better now. I hope it remains the same, especially with finals coming up at 3 p.m.
You have to remember, guys, as much as possible, we are trying our best to be able to provide this, but we need your cooperation. As what Glenn Loftus was saying, our producer of Upstream TV, this is a team effort, and we need your help to be able to provide you with a quality service for these finals. As Extreme just scores upfield, score is now 11-8 with less than a minute left in the game.
Right announcement for our stations tonight.
What a deep shot there by Angeli.
Lacson 18th Street. Yung landmark po natin will be the Starbucks po. See you there.
Yes, the landmark is Starbucks. And while you're there, could you please buy me and Bing some coffee? Because we're gonna need it for the next match, which is gonna be 90 minutes long. Race to 15 without any soft cap, following the rules of +1 point on hard cap. Deep pull by Extreme. They need to make something happen in this point.
Vicious was just 2 points away from taking the win. Again, a very risky pass just made by Kenjun. Extreme trying to make the most out of it, right at the door of their end zone.
Ryan Amor beats his mark. Finds Chubby. Mondragon wide open. Score is now 11-9.
So this game is not just over. I just forgot. This is a 70-minute game. There are 8 minutes left in the match. And 2 points down, it's still a close game. It will really depend right now on the next point if Vicious is going to score this or not.
Yes, remember that this game is following the tournament rules. So if Extreme just gets it to 10-11 before last point is called, they will need to play it out with a chance to get it to 11-11.
Again, with 7 minutes left in the game, that's plenty of time to catch up.
Yes, exactly.
We can see a universal point to 13 in this matchup if all teams do well. We've seen it before. We've seen it in the previous game, and it could happen. So it really depends on this next offensive possession by Vicious.
And that previous point from Extreme was exactly what they needed. A deep pull, putting a lot of pressure on their handlers, putting a lot of pressure on their receivers. Let's see if they can recreate it once again here. Derek gets the under. Looking deep. Normally that's for Junie, but it's too far. Oh no.
Here we go.
Extreme with a chance. Here we go. This is what we're talking about. 6 minutes left. Extreme with a possession. Chance to cut the lead down to 1.
Are you gonna walk this down, Seth? Are you gonna be walking this down, Seth, or are you gonna huck it deep? What do you think are you gonna do?
Me, I live and die with confidence. So I'll probably walk it down a few passes, and then I'll shoot it deep. Up. Look, Chubby was looking for it. Finds a break pass to Angeli. They're in the middle. There it is. There's the hawk. It's good to number 4. But there's a call. There's a call. It's not yet over, guys.
Looks like a traveling violation.
On whom? If
I
you could
don't
just
even think the
swing
disc is there.
camera.
Yeah. If the cameraman can move it back. I think it was a traveling call
There you
from
go. There's
Chubby.
the hawk. They're looking deep. Chubby. Too far for the receiver. Not yet done. They had the chance. The question is, will Extreme get another chance at it?
We are less than 5 minutes left in the game, which means there are no more timeouts. Again, Vicious just has to score on offense to end this game.
Nice defense.
Flick high four by
but
Ken Chun, but it's defended. And there's a call from Zach Lapat. I think some contact somewhere near the foot. Maybe if we could see a replay. Of course, this is ultimate. We will respect whatever call is made on the field, but I guess for everyone else's viewing pleasure, if you could see a replay there, that would be great. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So there was definitely some contact before the disc was caught. Legs dangling. That normally happens when the disc goes up in the air. But
So
it's
definitely,
contested? Yeah.
yeah, the extreme player was above the vertical airspace of Zach, and I think that's what he was calling for. I think that's why the foul was being called for. And then since there was contact in that possession, that's what he was calling for. Again,
Kenjun now with the disc, shooting deep, looking at Junie De La Cruz.
and he
Gets
scores.
it. He scores. Is that it? Is there time?
There's still time. There should still be time. Unless the point cap is at 12.
Yep, maybe we have missed that. But what a beautiful shot by Kenjun Villanueva. Almost the entire field with that forehand flick.
Yeah, there is still one game. This is a game to 13, said.
Yep.
So Vicious just 1 point away from ending this third place matchup.
What a heartbreak of a chance that was for Extreme. They were there at the door. They had their chance to cut the lead, make the score 11-10, but they turned it over.
Vicious rotating their players, figuring out who is going to be on their D line. Again, this is the last minute of regulation. I think this is taking up so much time. This is more than a lot of time in between points.
Exactly. Depending on how this point goes, this just might be the last point of the game.
Yeah.
Disc now with Neil Edwin Ongis on the open side. Finds 23 for the under. Back to Ongis. Looking to shoot. Gets the under instead. 55 on the sideline, marked by Kenneth de Guzman. Gets on the up line. To Ongis. Looking to swing and reset. Finds it.
If we're following this
was
clock,
yeah.
the game time is done. Hard cap is on. If this time is correct, we already passed the mark, and this is last point, regardless of who scores.
Beautiful floaty backhand by number 14. They reset to number 23. He's asking for something in the end zone. Shoots that OI flick on the break side.
That was very cheeky. That was a very cheeky pass. If that was caught, that would be a pass of the game, a pass of the day. That was, it was like a little cheeky outside in pass.
You know who I remember from that pass? I remember Chubby Mondragon a few years ago in Manila Spirits. High count, I forgot against which team. He threw that pass through the legs of someone else, and then they get the point on a high count. It's crazy. But
I
anyway,
don't remember that.
going back to this game, Vicious passes it to JP De Vera. They turn it over. 23. Still outside the end zone. Looking for a break side option.
Hammer throw.
Throws a hammer.
It is blocked.
Does not connect. Yep. Point extends.
Vicious setting up. Yeah, Vicious again. You know, again, if this game is done, then we gotta figure out. You know, Vicious would just give up this point and call it a day. But no, this team is still relentless. This line is relentless in getting this point. They want to reach 13 as they work the disc now up the line. Disc thrown to Kenneth, which is unfortunately blocked by the Extreme player. Extreme again with a chance to score this last point. Working the disc up. Swinging it back into the middle. Deep shot into the end zone. And again blocked by number 3 of Vicious. That's 2 blocks in a row by the same female player from Vicious.
Whom I believe is Alexandra Ann Findlay. Kenneth picks up the disc. Swings it. No clear options. But
And again, this is a line
possession.
that's very, very good on defense. But again, on offense, they're just trying to figure out what they can actually do. As again, the turnover happens again. Well, again with the hammer throw, and again overshoots the throw. Kind of running down the field, want to make.
He's gonna huck this. I called it. I've seen him do that 1,000 times. But
Unfortunately, it doesn't go in.
I've played with and against Kenneth Guzman 1,000 times, and I know that if he picks up the disc and runs to the goal line, he's gonna huck it.
Put a fork in it. It's done. You know, let's call it a day, guys. Get your beer, and let's move on. You know, because SP might have to warm up again.
SP and Mulato are locked and loaded for the finals match right after this.
Check your time. It's 3:45 Short time check is brought to you by
Yep.
I really like the voice of this announcer. It's so
Yep.
professional. It's so smooth, like a DJ.
And that's it.
Congratulations, Vicious, for winning third place.
And that's the final point. Final score is 12-10 in favor for Vicious, who gets third place. You know, after hard matchup between the extremes. So their grudge match is now 1 apiece.
15 minutes to game time.
I wonder if they would be able to match their third matchup and third and final matchup would be in Spirits this year.
Yep. So congratulations, Vicious, for bagging third place in this match. Again, a team that frequents the top 4 and top 2 position in mixed nationals. So thanks for joining us. a few more minutes and then we will start our stream for Sunken Pleasure versus Mulato. Sunken Pleasure 6-time champs for mixed nationals, and Mulato first appearance in the finals. Let's see what kind of finals we're gonna have in a few more minutes. Catch you later.